Hey everybody, how's it going today? Uh, I hope this is starting on time. I know there's a little bit of a delay, but yeah, I see Jennifer was pretty early today, 3 o'clock. Um, Hope she comes back. Would love to see her like always. Boris and Natasha, hey guys, how are you? Mike, Nakoma Finds, how are you, buddy? Glad you could stop by. Ella, hi. Ah, Jennifer's back. Hi, Jennifer. I know Tuesday afternoons it gets a little dead and we're all looking for lives, so I could see you getting the times mixed up. Hemlock Lady, hi, how are you? Thanks for joining. Good to see you. Yep, Jen's back. All right. Yeah, so had to move the show up a little bit today. Uh, the kids have football registration at 6 o'clock, and I'm one of the assistant coaches for one of the age groups, so I have to be there at about 5:30. So I'm gonna have to rush and feed the kids dinner. So yeah, we had to move the time up a little bit. But thank you all for still coming in. I do appreciate it. Probably go to about 4:45 today since I have to get them ready. Hey Angie, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. So yeah, I had a fun phone call right before this with the post office. We mailed a package to my sister a few weeks ago, and it still hasn't got there. Shocker, right? Um, we live in Philly, just outside of it. She lives in Connecticut, so it's not that far of a difference. And it was mailed out March 1st, and it still hasn't been there. We opened up a claim yesterday, and the case was already closed without anyone contacting us. So I called the post office about that. I'm like, how can you send me a survey if you haven't even talked to me about the case yet? They told me just to file a claim because it has $100 of insurance. I'm like, that's nice, but this is actually to a family member. So being to a family member, it's personal stuff that I'm sending to my sister. It's not like I have receipts and things like that. And they said, oh, well, we can escalate it. So they're escalating it now. I just find it interesting because we're all resellers here. So we all ship a lot of stuff. Everything I sent out that day, the days before it, the days after it, all have reached their destination, except the one package going to my sister. I guess it's good that it's not the ones that are going to cost me money and possibly have refunds, but it's still to my sister. So I would like her to get it. The package is for St. Patrick's Day, which is tomorrow. So we'll see. Maybe there's a miracle and it shows up today. All right. Hey, Bricks, how are you? Glad to see you here. I was watching a little bit of your stuff yesterday with the Legos. That's pretty cool. I think that's something my boys will enjoy watching. So how's everybody's day been going? Mine's been busy with work and then obviously the post office. I've had a pretty good day sales-wise. I don't know if anybody saw the short I put out earlier today. The NYPD diecast model car that I found in this weekend's thrifting trip sold this morning. And I actually just got an offer on the Herbie model as well. And I accepted that. So both models from this weekend, which were a combined $10.50, $11, have sold for a total of $95 plus shipping for the two of them. So I'm pretty happy with both of those. The Herbie, the comps were above 60, but as I was looking at it, I pulled it out of the box because the box was beat to shit. I'm not lying. This thing was like falling apart. So I pulled the car out. Car's in pretty good condition. There was some chipping paint. So I just kind of lowered the price, only asked for 40. And when somebody asked for me to accept 30, I said, you know what? There's a lot of chipped paint. I'm just going to take it and hope they're happy that they got it at kind of a discount. So we'll see. But that's pretty cool for me. I actually had two things from this weekend that I've already sold in high dollars. So I'm happy with that, especially with sales being up and down recently. All right, Ella, you're sorting and listing from the Goodwill. Did you get any boxes, or were you there at the outlet? Yeah, Angie, those quick flips are great. I posted all the high dollar stuff last night. I'm hoping a couple more sell. Tonight I'll get the golf club listed because those boxes came in. Yeah, Boris, I sold the second one. About a half hour ago, somebody offered me $30 for it. And like I was saying, with the condition, thought I'd take it. So yeah, $95 total for $11 in buy costs. Been trying to list, but overwhelmed with outgoing packages. But that's a good thing. That means you've been having sales, right? I'm guessing you had a good sales day yesterday. Garbage Monster, how are you, buddy? Haven't seen you a little bit. Good to see you. Quick question. Yeah, what do you got for me? Ask away. Oh, you went because of me. I actually just saw that and added it to my watch later. So I'll be checking that out tonight after registration. I won't be home till late. We've got registration is from 6 to 8 and then the board meeting afterwards, which is always so much fun. So it might be a late night. How do you do YouTube, eBay? I'm not sure if you have a full-time. I do have a full-time job. One of the good things is I work from home. I've been going to the office for a long time, but obviously when COVID hit, they told us all to stay home. So I work from home, so I'm able to mix in stuff here and there. If I have 3 items to ship, I'll take a few minutes in the morning to get those together, then go back about my day. And then around 2 o'clock, post office comes back from lunch. So I'll take my lunch at that time and run over to the post office. In YouTube, in the chats and everything I watch, I just kind of put it up on a screen and I work on the other screen. I have a 2-monitor setup. So it lets me keep up to date with everything going on and still get my work done. Am I as productive at my full-time job as I could be? Probably not. But I mean, my work gets done. I know that's all they care about. And then, yeah, most of my eBay listing gets done at nighttime though. I do most of that after the kids go to bed. In the evening time while they're up, I'll take some pictures and then I find it quicker to list when nobody's around to bother me and I could just put my headphones on, listen to some of these videos and just crank and work out. Yeah, it's a struggle. It is. If I had to go into the office every day, I'd probably not be able to do all 3 of these. There's just not enough time in the day, I feel, to really dedicate yourself to all of them. But being at home kind of helps out. I go see customers once or twice a week, if that. Like tomorrow, I'm going to be out in Lancaster, PA for almost the whole day. And I've got to get up like ungodly early, like 5 o'clock, because I have to be on the road by 6. And so tomorrow, there's probably not going to be much done of anything because when I get home tomorrow night, I'm not going to want to do anything. But it's not too bad being able to work from home. Where do you want to be with YouTube in the future? Should have been the first question. How would you answer that? You know, when I first started doing YouTube, I kind of looked at it as being something where I could kind of document my reselling journey. I was watching a lot of these videos and I just thought it was cool that people were talking about what they do with reselling. And hearing everything, it made me want to get more into this. In the past, I've always just flipped sports cards here and there. If I had a bunch of cards I wanted to get rid of and some quick money, that's what I did. But as I started doing this more, I saw there's a lot to learn. And I see a lot of videos too where it's just all great. And we all know reselling is not all good. There's the down days, the good days. There's the thrifting trips where you find nothing. And I just thought, you know what? Let me record this, put it up, show people my journey, and anybody else who is starting, maybe they come across my channel and see as well that it's not all great and there's other stuff out there. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where I want to go with YouTube. I mean, I'd love to get 1,000 subscribers, get monetized like everyone else, but right now it's pretty much just fun for me. I just enjoy the community and talking to everybody here, and then making some videos as well so you guys can see what I do. Feel like it's another business. It is. If you want to really be monetized and get a good amount of money, it's a business. It is a lot of work. I probably put quite a few hours a week in YouTube, but I don't edit as much as other people. I usually have 4 or 5 videos that I take when I go thrifting. I put them together. The extent of my editing is taking out dead air and major screw ups, and then add in some audio. I don't edit much. I don't put cards. I don't put overlays. I don't do any of that. For me, I just feel like, let me just show me and what I do, and without the fluff. I'm just not a fluff kind of guy. I work from home as well, but part-time, work 10 to 1, off the rest. That's not a bad schedule. I would love something like that. Honestly, I'd love to get my reselling to the point where I can just go part-time at my regular job. I've been joking around with and calling my full-time my 9 to 5 side hustle. Just because I do enjoy YouTube and reselling a lot more than what I do for a living. Same, good to go. Somebody else thinks the same. How long have I been doing YouTube? I started doing YouTube. It's actually funny. I started December 16th. So today's 3 months. And yeah, here I am 3 months later. I've definitely learned a lot about YouTube. Done pretty well, meeting a lot of people. You see, I've got, I think, 280 subscribers, or 283. I haven't looked in a couple hours. I mean, I look in the morning time. I'm trying not to focus on the subscribers as much anymore. Hey, Weekend RVN, how are you? Glad you guys could stop in. I'm not attacking overlays. I do put them in my what solds because I do want to show the dollar value as well, but there's a lot of other overlays that people do, and that's cool. That's what people want to do. I think the most important thing about YouTube is having fun and doing what you want to do with it. Because honestly, if you're making content and you don't enjoy it, you're not going to enjoy doing this, and you're not going to do it for long. And I guess part of the reason why I haven't done a lot of stuff, I want to do transitions and some cool stuff like that, but I also don't have the time to teach myself all of it right now. 90% fluff. Do you mean in the videos, or are you on the fluffier side, Mountain Link? Not sure. That could go either way. Jen just adds an intro and end card. See, I don't even have an intro yet. I was thinking about filming one, but I don't know what I quite want to do with an intro. Some are long, some are too short, and I don't know if that's something I want to go do. Yeah, that's mainly what I do, mainly for fun. You've been reselling for 2 years? Okay. That way it doesn't become work. Yeah. Whenever something truly feels like work that I do as a hobby, I don't want to do anymore. We had issues with baseball before where it started feeling like a job having to coach this team with how many issues our team was having the one season. And at that point, I didn't want to do it anymore, but it was for the kids. So obviously I did it. YouTube, I'm hoping it never feels like a job. But if I ever could get the subscriber base where it turns into something like that, cool. I don't think it will, though. I think it's going to say just a nice side fun thing to be part of this reselling community and keep learning for the reselling side. It does. And I think if you're having fun, people can tell, and they're going to be that more inclined to watch you if you're having fun with it. I don't know how to show my screen or anything on my videos. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I have shared my screen before for work, so I could probably figure it out, but I'm not focused on sharing my screen too much right now. I know Mr. Flipper did today. What's up, Paul? Thanks for stopping in. Good video earlier today with your top 10 sales. I like how you did that. It was definitely different and a different style for you, but it was cool. Just love the read. Oh, you joined back in October, Ella. Okay, so you joined a little bit before me. And I know everybody loves seeing you around in our chats, your videos. You're always such a great person. And you do it for the community, and it's nice to chat with other resellers. It is. It is a lot of fun talking to everybody. It's funny, I started out watching everyone's videos all the time. Then I got sucked into this live community, and I love watching lives now. That I don't watch as many of everyone's videos as I used to because I'm in the lives watching, chatting, and I do lurk a lot of times, especially if it's during the daytime and I'm busy like with work. I'm just listening, and I'll just pop in and say one thing. Oh, chat jumped. You guys have been monetized since October. That's cool. Both. I didn't pick Mountain Man for myself. Bye. That's great. Everybody's saying hello. I like content that are not finesse and gimmicky. Yeah, and that's what I try to be. I just try to be myself. I'm a pretty simple guy, so there's not a lot of extra with me. Dana, hello. Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you're here. Lives are so much more fun to watch and do my thing. They are. Even premieres, I like better than watching somebody's video. Um, Partly because of the chat aspect. I love that. Um, and when I watch a regular video, I get bored quick. So I'm skimming through. I'm like just trying to find the good points. And I go, oh crap, I missed something. And I go back. That's why in some of my longer videos, I try to add chapters, especially when I do like the baseball card openings. Because I know people, it's hard to sit through a 15-minute video. I don't truly like making 15-minute videos, but if you ever want to be monetized, you need those watch hours, and outside of lives, you need longer videos. Oh, and we're hard and changing mind. We have some content, but we do a lot of live streaming. Yeah, I've jumped into your guys' show a couple of times in the morning. Like it. I have 2 other shows I watch every morning. So yeah, I try to jump around in between people. Hey, big head. Are you talking to me? I don't know. Garbage monster lurking now. Lives can definitely. There are some lives that are a lot of fun. What's up, Joe? How you doing? Joe, I don't know if you were in here when the show first started, but both of the models I found at the Bustleton Goodwill have both sold already. Sold the NYPD this morning for 65, and I sold the Herbie one this afternoon for 30 bucks. It has a little paint damage, so I kind of lowered the price and took the first offer I got. So 95 bucks on those 2 models. We post 1 or 2 videos a week, make most money by live stream members and super chatters. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like it. That you need the super chatters really to make the money on the lives, because you really can't show commercials during the live. That'd be kind of weird. Hey, Kevin, how are you? How you doing? Um, Good conversation this morning. Kevin was in the Cajun Roots reseller show this morning, and there was a nice discussion about subbing and things like that. If somebody subs to you, subbing back, especially in groups where we all share our links. Kevin, it was a good conversation. It really was. Yeah. Oh, the other Paul. Yeah, I get it now. The big head. Some of my biggest flips. Let's see. One, I think my biggest, like percentage wise, was might have been the Rolling Stones new tag shirts I found. I found it for $3 at a Goodwill. No, at one of my local thrift stores. Yeah, it was $3, 25% off that day. So I got a 25% off of that, and sold it for 85 bucks plus shipping. I didn't realize how big the Rolling Stones fan club is, and if you can find stuff with newer tags, that's pretty damn good. They're gonna buy it and they're gonna play. Yeah, if you guys want to put some of your biggest flips, love to hear some. Nice, you saw it. Okay, cool. Yeah, right before I came on, somebody offered me for the other model as well, so of course I took that too. Yeah, super quick, and I'll say $11 to 95 before the fees. That's a great ROI right there. Yes, sir. Yeah, that was a pretty fun conversation this morning. I mean, got a little animated at times, but you know what? It's good. People also need to hear, like, you can't just take, you also have to give too. Mr. Sarge Welco. Okay, everybody's saying hi. Yeah, so what are some of the other big flips I've had? I had this Squishmallow. Bergson's on, that's another one I had. I had this Squishmallow that I got in a $3 plush bag, which I bought for a Spider-Man, and I flipped the Spider-Man already for the price of the bag, basically. $5 plus shipping paid off the bag. This Squishmallow, it went for, I think it was 55 bucks. That's when I learned how valuable those Squishmallows actually are. I actually, it's not in my room anymore. Aldi this weekend had $9 Squishmallows, like huge 20-inch jumbo ones. And I saw the comps were anywhere from 40 to 60. So I picked up everything they had left. They had two. I walked in the door and my daughter attacked me saying, "You're not reselling this. You're not reselling this. This is mine." So the good thing was I had the other one still in the car. So she took that one, and then I went back out in the car and brought in that one and told her, "Well, this one's being sold." Posted that last night for $49.99 plus shipping, and we'll see how that goes. You know, Paul, I wouldn't be surprised if you've done that or tried to do it. You might have had some help with your buddies, but I could definitely see you trying. Maybe one night after quite a few beers and a couple of shots of vodka, maybe. Jewelry for you, you buy low on eBay, then resell. That's pretty cool. I've never attempted the jewelry thing. It's just one thing that's never interested me. A lot around 150 units of old GI Joes. Paid 2,000 for it. Wow, that is a really good flip. Over 10,000. That's pretty awesome. I have not had any luck finding older toys. I'm hoping that changes now when yard sale season starts up and flea markets. It's been, like I said, I live outside of Philly, so it's been pretty cold for the past few months. The weather's starting to break now, and I can't wait to actually get out there in yard sales. I've never truly done them before. This is, like I said, I just started truly reselling back in December. So I can't wait to get out there and see what those are like and see if I can find some cool finds, like some old GI Joes, old Transformers, some of those old toys I used to play growing up, because I know they can be pretty good money. It was a nice couple months, I'm sure it was. Definitely amazing. A 10K flip from $2,000, that's awesome. Facebook, okay. Yeah, Facebook Marketplace for me has not been good. Whenever I go on, everything is pretty much the reseller price. So I'm thinking if you're not on it right when it hits in my area, you're not getting it. Philly Flipper and Philly Picker are both in my area. They might have some experience with Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if they'll agree with me, but I feel like it goes pretty quick. Hey, Jen, how are you? Glad you could stop by. Kara, how are you? I'm doing good. Thanks for stopping in. Best place for, and that's kind of what got me into reselling was the vintage. Like I hear everybody in these videos when I was thinking about it, talking about vintage, and I really was like, oh, I want to find some of this old stuff, and you just don't find it really at the Goodwill and the other thrift stores, and if you do, it's gone quick. So I can't wait to get to some of these yard sales, beat a lot of people out to it, and hopefully find some cool stuff. $10 storage unit. I remember you talking about that sleep apnea machine. That's pretty cool. Do you think this Jordan storage unit you found is going to wind up being a lot better profit than any other ones? Let's see, Facebook Marketplace is a lot better than the Burbs, and the city miss out on everything. See, I'm missing out on everything too, but I am also kind of like right there in the city. I mean, close to it. Abington, I mean, 5 minutes down the road, I'm in the city. Have your yard sale started yet, Jen? Where are you located at again? I forget. Onto the reselling thing as far as what they price. Yeah. See, we used to do Facebook Marketplace just for local porch pickups and finding stuff. My fiance stopped going on Facebook Marketplace because people just weren't selling much local. Everything was ship. And I think that's Facebook. Facebook is pushing those to try to sell those bigger items. I mean, I could be wrong. That's just how I feel because we don't find the local porch pickups anymore. Even when we do local, it starts showing us everything that's shipping, and she just stopped shopping there. Wow, I'm really behind. This is pretty awesome. Evan, how are you, buddy? Marketplace is so hard to navigate. The interface is horrible. It really is. I get so excited as well when I find something and it says shipping is going to be this because it's located 300 miles away. I go to Facebook Marketplace for something local. That's what I use it for. Leroy, how are you, bud? I'm not staying on long today either. We got football registration, so I got to get off a little earlier than normal. Glad to see your family's in town. I thought that wasn't for another day or two, but that's pretty cool that they are. And thank you. You're always so kind, Leroy. I really appreciate it. Yeah, see, mine, they don't have much. I think in this area, they probably do put a lot on the website and sell themselves. Wow, I really am. A lot of fake seller and fake Facebook Marketplace. I've heard some issues, not too many. San Antonio, okay, yeah, you're definitely in yard sale season. I've done newly listed, and I think it just goes that quick in my area. Like honestly, flea market unit going to be hard to beat. That one was $40, and we'll probably have over. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's the kind of stuff people used to stay on the storage wars, and that's why they all wanted to get into it. They don't realize how hard of a work it is, but that's the kind of stuff people remember from the show. Check every few hours. See, that might be something I need to do, is start checking pretty frequently. It's not something I do right now. I just go on once every couple of days, like, oh, let me see. But if I want to take Facebook Marketplace seriously and trying to find some things, that's definitely what I'm going to have to do. Last weekend was great in San Antonio. Yeah, Paul, I do that. I filter local, and after like one or two items, it's already distance stuff. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. I'll just wait for yard sale season and these flea markets to start. I know we got plenty of flea markets in this area once it does begin. I know Joe has said he's already hit a couple up in the last couple weeks in the Philly area. Low. Goodwills in Ocala, Florida suck. UK Facebook Marketplace is hard to find anything good at the moment. Yeah, everything. You guys are still locked down there? Wow. Here, everything's been starting to open back up and more restrictions lifted. And yeah, my kids go back to school 4 days a week in early April. They've been 2 days for about 2 months now. Can't wait for them to be back full time. Garbage months. Oh, you're in Melbourne. That's awesome. I think I'm going to be down in that area right around Memorial Day. My parents actually live in Melbourne, so we try to go down like two times a year. Obviously, that was pre-COVID, so I haven't got to see them in probably about August of 19 now. Yeah, because we usually go down in the summertime, and if we can get down in the winter. But we're thinking of going down to Melbourne probably Memorial Day weekend or right around there. How's everyone finding? See, I've never used that app, so that's a good question. I've never been to a yard sale, so that's another thing. Delivery because they make money on. I could believe that. I definitely could believe that. Sales for me have been pretty good the last couple of days. I had a video last week where I had a roller coaster behind me because it's legitimately been a roller coaster for me the last 2 months, but I'm okay with that because it's just making me list, and I'm ready for sales to turn on probably when these stimulus checks start hitting. Another month and you guys should open up? Cool. Yeah, I'm totally down for that. I would love for us three to get together one day and thrift. I think a collab video between the three of us, all of us post something like we see all these other people in other markets doing would be pretty cool, especially since the three of us all go around to all the same lives and talk with the same people for the most part. I think that would be pretty cool. I know, I think there was it Johnny's show the one day, Paul, that they were joking around about the Philly morning show? I don't think I'd do a morning show. I respect Leroy, Mo, Trent, and Johnny too much to ever step on their ground. That's their time. Garbage sells pretty good. Good. You want to be there for that meetup? Hey, you said you work down in this area every once in a while. Maybe you should have them send you down to the Philly area and let us know, and the four of us can meet up. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know. Yeah. If I go, it's probably going to be Memorial Day weekend, go down that Thursday night and come back Monday because the kids will be with their father. So we'll hop on a plane and get out. Harry, how are you, buddy? How's your day going? Yeah, Jen, I'm supposed to get mine tomorrow. That's why last night I was posting as much of my expensive items that I have in my death pile up. I want to make sure those expensive items are up. That way, when the stimulus check hits and people want to spend their money, those can be the first to go. I have a couple more things I need to list tonight before that. A couple of DVD VCR combos. Harry can come too. Yeah, I would love to meet Harry. If Harry wants to come to a flea market with all of us, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if you heard that, Harry. We were talking about possibly meeting up sometime this spring or summer and doing a flea market. Myself, Philly Flipper, Philly Picker. And who knows, maybe we could invite some of the other people that we know are in this area. Maybe we can get Jen to drive up. I'm sure at these flea markets we could find some jewelry for Jen too. He'll be down this way next week. Where are you going to be in this area next week? Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? I could have rearranged my work schedule to meet up. I actually caught up. Oh, Jen's not welcome. Sorry, Jen. I guess you're not going to be helping him with any more links. Nah. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to meet up with anybody in this area. That'd be pretty cool. I feel like everybody here's got to know each other now and starting to become a little bit of friends, and that would be a lot of fun. Put some real life faces to the computer screens. Yeah, Jen, it took me a little while to find his stuff as well. I don't remember how I came across it one day, but I did. And everybody's saying hi. Oh, you just made the plans today. Okay. A couple customers and to meet, one in VA, one in Maryland. Oh, so you'll be kind of just driving through Philly, I guess, or something like that. Where in Virginia, Maryland are you going to? Sorry, what time is it? Sorry, I just got to keep track of the time. Yeah, I'm really excited about football registration tonight, though. It's just been a long time coming. We didn't get to play last year, obviously, with COVID. Our league played, but our township would not give us the permits to the fields. So unfortunately, our kids got hung out to dry and they weren't able to play last year. And that was also supposed to be my first year coaching. So I was really looking forward to it. Both boys were going to be playing. There's an 11 and 13-year-old. But this year, we're definitely good to go. Township's already signed off on fields, got the permits. So we can't wait to play football. Tonight's the first night of registration. And yeah, I'm just ready to go. For the 11-year-old, he plays in the 12U bracket. And we have enough kids in our organization for 2 teams. And they're thinking because of COVID and the amount of people that just want their kids to do something now, we might have enough kids for 3 teams. 3 teams makes me a little nervous because they said they might need me to head coach if there's a 3rd team. Don't know if I'm ready for that since I've never coached football before. But whatever for these kids, I just love coaching the sports. I've coached baseball now for 3 years, coached basketball for 2. It's just a lot of time, a lot of fun. All right, we'll talk later about that, Boris, for sure. Cockeysville, Maryland. Interesting name. What's up, Tommy? How you doing? Glad you could stop in. I tried to start on time for you this week. I hope it hit. I mean, you guys can do some sourcing. That's got to be expensive to ship that back to the UK, though. Big Head is lucky he is on my chat. Uh-oh. He's not making Jen happy. Sports stuff has been selling for me. Yeah, people are ready to finally get out and play sports. Like, we have baseball season starting up. One of the kids, he has practice this week for the first time, and it's just, we're all ready to go. Like, especially once this weather fully breaks. London bunnies could come to the US for clothing. Okay. Oh boy. Field hockey sticks. I haven't looked at those. I just finally picked up my first golf club this weekend. The two stores I find golf clubs at, they really haven't anything good, but I did find that pitching wedge from Titleist that comp's pretty good. So I'm posting that tonight. Hopefully that sells, and that'll really get me into the mood to really look at these golf clubs. I kind of need that win in a category to get me to really push into that category. I don't mind trying things out. I just don't get enthusiastic about it till I see it actually sells. But the golf stuff, from everything I'm hearing from everybody and just knowing golf, and I play golf, I know that category is going to take off. I just haven't found the right things yet to get into it till this weekend. Yeah, it's true. People are ready to get out, period. They are. It's been a long time. We took the kids to their first indoor outing this past weekend. I don't know if you saw, we took them to the sports card show at our local mall. That was the first indoor event we've taken them to. It's actually the first store we've taken them to. We've been pretty good about it, especially because there's the two families involved, obviously. And we just stayed away from the stores because they weren't taking the kids to the stores as well. We had done a couple outdoor restaurants with them, but that was the extent. So this past weekend, we took them to the mall for the sports card show, which they had fun. The boys loved it. And my daughter, she went window shopping with my fiance. And then after that, we took them to a restaurant indoors, and they loved it. They were so happy. They were like, "It's so good to be back inside a restaurant." Obviously, this summer we're going to try and find more of the outdoor kind, just because we enjoyed that last summer, eating outside and all that. But it was nice just to do something normal with the kids again this weekend. Shipping costs more than the cards. Ooh, that's brutal, but I get it. I mean, it's a pretty big jump across the pond. Found some sticks in recent storage unit. Didn't list them yet, though. What aren't you finding right now, Paul? You must have one hell of a size of a death pile right now. It's at the warehouse. You can give them a good tour. Better watch out. My daughter might try to steal all those squishmallows you found. Bricks and Son, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. It was good to talk and get to know you a little bit. I don't know about bringing my kids to Paul's warehouse. He might have enough stuff in there where they actually just get lost. They might just get buried behind something, and we may forget about them and not be able to find them. When are you expanding that warehouse, Paul? You getting another warehouse space soon? I mean, it's looking pretty crowded in there. Only 10 totes. I'm honestly a little surprised by that. I am in Abington, so I'm in Eastern Ronco. I'm literally 5 minutes from the Willow Grove Mall. So yeah, I'm in Philly in like 5 minutes. So I'm just outside of the city. Yes, guys, tonight you don't want to miss this show. Tommy and Tracy have Craigslist Hunter on. Tommy really wants us all to go and support Craigslist Hunter. Go check this show out, especially if you're still wanting to learn about reselling. Craigslist Hunter is pretty amazing. I know Tommy wants us to get him to 300,000 subs. Craigslist is over 200K, but it's kind of like leveled out, and he's not growing anymore. I've been watching a lot more of his stuff the last couple weeks since Tommy's mentioned him to me, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Who? Some guy Tommy. I mean, Tracy's the star of the show. Tommy just kind of, raised the chat for her. But yeah, her and Craigslist should have a pretty good show tonight. But yeah, guys, if you're not doing anything, check that show out. It starts about 10 o'clock. If Cat and Nurse Flipper's running a little late, sometimes he pushes it back a little bit, but definitely check that out tonight. I know I will be. Hopefully we don't have any TV shows on, because if we do, I'll probably get yelled at for having the headphones on, but I definitely want to catch that one. Let me double check that time for you. I think it's 10. 200 items a week. Wow, that's a lot of items. But you also have help in that, right? You have a Vita help shell, correct? Sorry. Me, I don't have any help, but it is what it is. I'm part-time anyway. I'm lucky to list 5 items a day. I've got some days where I list about 10 to 15, especially if it's sports cards. See, Jen's only going because Tracy's going to be there. So he lists all the clothes. That's smart. Find the help for the clothes. That big clothes haul I had, it's been so hard to list everything. Just because while I don't mind listing them, they can be quite boring. I prefer listing pretty much everything else but the clothing. So what I kind of do is just get 10 shirts, list them, and then I don't go back to them for like 4 or 5 days just because it gets bored. Let's hope his internet is good, Tommy. Pete has his own network. Yeah, the clothing, that lot. I still probably have like 60 pieces. Closet Jen is probably like really 60 pieces still. I haven't gone the last 2 weeks to take advantage of any more than 99-cent sale. With how slow they're all moving, I see it's not really the big stuff. It's just very long tail clothing. So I just haven't been inclined to go back and get more. Our space in this house is already limited. So I figured I'd get these listed. That'll be about 100 shirts. Once I start selling them, then I'll look at more. Because I've only sold probably like 4 or 5 total shirts out of everything. 4 trolls, 3 hookers, and 27 crackheads without Tracy. Well, like everybody says, women sell. How many times do people say like the thumbnails that have a woman in them do better than the one that has faces like this? Yeah, Boris, that's definitely what I told myself, and I've been pretty good about it the last 2 weeks. There has been minimal clothes coming back into this house. Send it all to you. It really is. I usually just try to find something similar and just modify the title, add my pictures, and move on, and only update little things. But it's so freaking boring. Buy less. Yeah, you know what? I've been doing the same thing lately, Boris. The last couple of weeks, my hauls have been getting smaller, but the profit in them have been getting higher. I've been finding things that I'm more interested in, and thanks to everything I've been watching on YouTube, just watching everybody else's hauls and their what sold, I'm getting a better idea now of what I should and shouldn't buy. And a lot of the stuff I bought in December and January, I probably should have never freaking bought. But that comes with learning, and I've been learning a lot. And I appreciate every one of you that have watched your videos, because I've picked little bits of everybody about what to look for and what not to look for. Oh, wow, 10 a day. All right. I mean, I've seen some of the stuff you get. Yours is a little higher end than mine. Mine's a lot of department store stuff. I have some stuff on Poshmark now, and it's not really moving. I've done a bunch of sharing. I share in the parties, but even Poshmark, just doing all that sharing is just boring to me. I guess don't share enough. I mean, is that really the key to Poshmark? Is just sharing, sharing, sharing? Carhartt. But see, something like a Carhartt vest, Evan, like that's worth picking up. The Gap button-down dress shirts, the Jeffrey Beam button-down dress shirts, those aren't really worth it. And unfortunately for me, that's like the cheap stuff I've been finding in my area. I tend to look a lot for names I've never heard of, and I haven't had much luck in finding anything lately, but I have been, I don't know where it is. I've been watching some of Matt's videos, Thrift of Life. He was actually on Tommy's show Saturday. And I've been watching his videos and taking notes about a lot of the names he's been talking about to keep an eye out for. What I like about his channel is he's honest with you too. If he's never found a shirt before, he'll tell you a brand, and if he hasn't found it, he tells you he's never seen it. But it's good because it still gives you something that has a high sell-through rate on YouTube, blah, blah, on eBay, and you can keep an eye out for it. And if you find it, then that's awesome. You're doing laundry of clothes for eBay right now. That's funny. So I guess you don't listen to Rally Roots on that about, hey, if you got it, just sell it. They know they're buying it used. The last guy Tommy had on was really not good and knowledgeable. Yeah, Thrift of Life was really good. I only got to watch a real little bit of that show on Saturday night. I kind of try to stay away from YouTube Saturday night so I could spend time with my fiance so I don't get in trouble. Hopefully she's not listening right now. But I went back, and that's one I definitely did watch a lot of it. And I've watched quite a few of Matt's videos since then and have definitely learned about a lot of brands. I have a sheet somewhere where I've just been writing down all these names and just trying to remember them. That's kind of what I do, is just keep looking over sheets and saying, look for this brand, look for this brand. And what I remember. Eventually I'll come across it in a rack and go, this sounds familiar for some reason. It's so many steps from purchase to selling, but can be lucrative. Yeah, that's how I was thinking with this 99-cent that it's going to be. I still think it will be what I got. It's just not fun. On the weekends, everything left from the 99-cent sale goes to 49 cents. So I do take a look at it. If I see something, I'll grab it. Billy sells 10 a day, but he has almost 4,100 listed. All right, Harry, have a good night. That's what I'm about to be cooking in a few minutes. Part of the most important part is to share others, not your own closet. Generate more sales. Yeah, and honestly, I just don't have the time for all that sharing on Poshmark. I heard there's apps that'll do that for you, but I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to get into that. Matt is a good dude. He really sounds like it. I think the part that really stood out to me, like I said, was when he said, I've never seen this brand, but it's got a good sell-through rate on eBay. I've never seen this brand, but it's got a good sell-through rate. So if you see it, get it. To me, that was huge because he's being very transparent about it. And I saw on your show, he said, I think he said he didn't even monetize. Like, he's able to be, but he didn't. Like, like that just stood out to me. Like, he's just trying to pass on some knowledge, which is big to me. Like, you're not trying to capitalize off of this like a lot of people are. Oh, Jen's bringing beer. What Harry always wants, just make sure it's a Miller Lite. It looks like that's what he's been drinking. Texas Thrift tomorrow, everything is 50% off for St. Patty's. All right, I'm probably going to wrap this up in about 5 minutes so I can get dinner ready because I have to be actually at the registration for football at about 5:30, 5:45. I was clouded in the last 9 months and my sales weren't affected. Interesting. But yeah, I've been using Vendu. I was watching Paul use that the one day on his live, and it's a pretty good tool. I mean, it's a little expensive, but I've got a very small store, so right now I don't mind it. If my store gets like Paul's size and I'm going to be cross posting a lot of stuff, then I'll probably switch over to like List Perfectly where it's the flat monthly fee. But right now I'm just using Vendu and I've been trying to bring over what is going to be in the parties that day. Just because then I can have another place to share it and then just gradually cross posting that way. Hey, David, how are you? Glad you could stop by, buddy. You have been using a bot. Okay. I'll shoot you a message on the side and see what you use. What's up, Topher? Thanks for stopping in. I'm about to be wrapping up in a minute or two, but I appreciate you coming out. Can't wait for No Cap this week. If you guys have never seen that show, it's a great show with Topher, Lewis, 3Gen Hustle, and Derek. I mean, how can you not want to watch that show? They're going to be on later this week, and I can't wait to see that. It's always good. Jen's got blue hair right now. All right, you definitely can't miss her out there then. David saying hi to everybody. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Go get dinner ready for these kids, and then get to this football registration. I'm excited. I'm just ready to go. Thank you all for stopping by. Like always, I really appreciate it. You guys have shown so much support, and I can't thank you guys enough for it. It makes me want to keep doing these lives and keep doing videos. I'm trying to make these videos get better for you guys too. Have a good day. I'm pretty sure I'll see some of you tonight on Nurse Flipper's show and again at Tommy's show. So have a good one, guys.